everyone, and welcome to Crystal's Crochet Cubbyhole and to Tutorial Tuesday. I hope you guys are enjoying these tutorials, and it's basically to learn new stitches, which can be used for anything. We're just doing a washcloth because it's something small that you can have a finished product with. But I hope that you guys are enjoying them. I don't know that I've got that many people watching them right now, which is fine. I'm not the greatest at this, but I'm trying to share what I'm learning with you, and I'm learning as you're learning. So today our stitch is going to be the knotted double crochet, and it's beautiful pattern. I really like it. So we're going to learn how to do a knotted double crochet today. So with this, you're going to need some yarns. 100% cotton yarn is the best to do washcloths. Now, if you're doing a blanket or anything, you can use whatever kind of yarn you want. But 100% cotton is what I'm using because I'm doing a washcloth. And then you're going to need a crochet hook, which I'm using a 6mm because I like mine drapey and, all that. You need a pair of scissors to cut your ends. You're going to need a needle to sew in your ends when you're done. And a tape measure if you're wanting to measure for a certain size. Okay, with this knotted double crochet, any stitch count works. Plus, you'll do a 2 beginning chains to start each row. So, any stitch count works. So, I am going to start by doing a slip knot. And you leave enough yarn to sew in your ends when you're done. And I am going to crochet 30 because I usually like the size that gives me on washcloths. But I've noticed with different stitches that can be a little bit larger or shorter than 10 inches. I try to do a 10-inch square, but that's okay. But anyway, so we're going to do a beginning chain of 30. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So there's our 30 beginning chain. And now we're going to do 2 more chains for our beginning chain of our next round. 1, 2. So then in the 3rd chain from the hook, we're going to do our first knotted double crochet. And to do a knotted double crochet, okay, you'll wrap your yarn around your hook. 1, 2, 3, 1 into the 3rd chain from the hook. Wrap your yarn and pull up a loop. You have 3 loops on your hook. Immediately go through the, sorry guys. Go through the first loop only. You have 2 loops on your hook. Go through both loops. And that is a knotted double crochet. So let's do that again. We're going to do it all the way across. Wrap your yarn, go into your chain, pull up a loop, pull through the first loop, wrap your yarn, pull through both loops. Wrap your yarn, go into the chain, wrap your yarn and pull up a loop, take that loop and pull it through the first loop, wrap your yarn and pull through both loops that are left. So that is a knotted double crochet, and I'll do a few more. And then we'll finish, and I'll pause the video to get to the end, but I'll do a few more with you right here. Wrap your yarn, go into the chain, wrap your yarn, pull up a loop, take that loop and pull it through the first loop on your hook. You got 2 loops on your hook now. Wrap your yarn and pull through both those loops. So here we go again. Wrap your yarn, go into the loop, or to the stitch, wrap your yarn, pull up a loop, pull it on through the first loop on your hook, wrap your yarn and pull through both loops on the hook. Now I'm going to continue. When I get near the end, I'll come back and join you, okay? Okay, I'm coming up toward the end, so I'm going to wrap my yarn, go in through the chain, pull up a loop, pull through the first loop on my hook, wrap my yarn, pull through both loops. And we'll keep going all the way to the end. And I've got fans running and the windows are open because our air conditioning's not working. Hopefully someone will be able to get out today to look at it and maybe fix it. Guys, just pray that it's not something too expensive. That it's an easy fix. It messed up when we had the storms the other day. So there was my last knotted double crochet. So now I'm going to chain 2 and turn my work. Now there's what we have so far. So now this chain 2 is going to count for the first. We don't go into this very first stitch here. That's from our last knotted double crochet. I'm sorry, guys. That's the chain 2 is right over top of the last knotted double crochet from the row before. So we're not going to go into that chain, but we're going to go into the next stitch and we're going to do another knotted double crochet. And again, we're going to wrap our yarn, go into the next stitch, wrap your yarn, pull up a loop, pull that loop through the first loop that's on the hook, wrap your yarn and pull through both loops on the hook. Now again, we're going to do a knotted double crochet all the way across, and I'll meet you near the end, okay? Okay, we're coming up on the end again, and we are doing a knotted double crochet in every stitch across. So do your knotted double crochet in every stitch across. Now here is our last. We're at the end, and we have that chain 2 space right there that we made when we turned. Now this can be a little difficult. I was practicing the stitch and it was just really difficult to get into the top of that chain 2. So you do the best you can and get somewhere in the top of that chain 2 to do your final and last knotted double crochet for the round. So just do the best you can, and even if you go through just one loop, it still looks okay. Oh, I gotta wrap my yarn, go into the top of that chain 2 and do a knotted double crochet, and see, it still does okay right there. And then chain 2 and turn your work. And that is what we're going to do for the whole washcloth until we get it to the width or length that we want. So just continue doing a knotted double crochet in every stitch across, chain 2, turn your work, and always remember to somewhere in the top of that chain 2 space from the row before that you do your last knotted double crochet of that round. Okay? And that'll keep your washcloth square. So let's finish our washcloth. I'll be back with you and we'll see what the finished product looks like. Okay guys, I'm back. Now let me see if I can back up a little bit so you can see the whole thing. See, that's nice. I like that stitch. And you could also, like I said again, I'll say again, you can always do borders around your washcloths if you prefer and would like a border. But that's this stitch. This is our knotted double crochet, and it turned out to be really nice. Let me fold mine over. I still need to sew in my ends. Both sides look really pretty much alike. But there is the stitches. Isn't that beautiful? Let's see if I can. There we go. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial today. Again, I appreciate you guys, and I love you, and I'm very thankful for my YouTube family, those that are my subscribers, and my fellow YouTubers. I really appreciate all of you, and you don't know how much you really mean to me. It helps me mentally and everything. So I appreciate you, and I hope you enjoy making the knotted double crochet stitch, and that you can maybe make some blankets or scarves or whatever you want to make with this stitch. I love you and appreciate you, and we will talk to you later in Crystal's Crochet Cubbyhole. Bye for now.